And we head to the Northeast now, where Joe McCann has the story of a basketball player whose success on the court is just a small part of the challenge he's overcoming off the court.
There is no moment that a basketball player relishes more than the opportunity to take a game-winning shot. For Woodmere Academy's Tristan Braverman, this was his chance to be the hero. But to truly appreciate this moment, you should understand the journey that Tristan took to get here. Watching Tristan play basketball, you would never know what he's had to overcome. It's a battle he's still fighting, one he's been dealing with his entire life.
He was about 15 months old, and he would just sit in the corner and do the same, play with the same toy, doing the same movement over and over again.
And we ended up getting early intervention in, and even during the early intervention sort of like interview process, they just made a little mention to me. They said that he was exhibiting some autistic-like symptoms. And, you know, as soon as I heard that, I just started, you know, looking into it. And my mother-in-law sent me a couple of books about autism, and I started reading them, and it was literally Tristan to a T.
Tristan's diagnosis of autism meant that he would struggle to communicate, verbally and non-verbally.
There are different types of autism. My particular autism was more of a social, like a lack of social ability. Like I wasn't able to communicate with people, I wasn't able to convey any of the messages I wanted to convey to people.
Some doctors spelled out a grim future for Tristan, but his parents refused to accept that.
When we sat with the neurologist, they said, you know, he's going to be institutionalized. You know, you could deal with it for a while when he's a kid, but then, you know, when he's older, he's going to have to be in an institution.
I didn't accept what his, you know, what he felt was going to be the outcome of it. So I just, you know, took it with a grain of salt. I said, thank you very much, but my kid will not be in a home. I felt like, you know, there has to be a way for him to live and function, and we'll deal with it.
So Tristan's parents sought out all the help and therapy they could afford for their young son. Multiple therapists would visit the home 5 days a week for 8 hours a day to help Tristan learn to communicate.
When I finally understood what autism was, what that forced me to be incapable of doing, I realized how much work I still needed, I had left.
One day at a time, Tristan made progress and learned to communicate better. Years later, Tristan's parents look back and can clearly see how far he's come.
I look back now on the videos and I'm in shock. I saw some videos of him where, you know, he's just babbling. All of a sudden, I have a video of him like maybe in, you know, kindergarten or first grade, and he's doing a speech on none other than Michael Jordan. As
Tristan began to branch out and learn, he quickly became fascinated with the NBA and the game of basketball.
On my 4th birthday, I stayed up all night watching a Knick game, and to me, all the mathematics behind it and everything of it just was interesting. So I delved further into the game, and I learned the game, and as soon as I first played the game, I fell in love.
Basketball became an important part of Tristan's life for several reasons. He found comfort in the repetition of shooting foul shots for hours at a time, and that helped him to become a very good shooter. In addition, basketball gave him an avenue to make more friends, and his disability was less noticeable when he was on the basketball court.
He has always been completely normal when it comes to basketball. Well, actually, I wouldn't say normal. He's above average in basketball, but no one on any of his basketball teams has ever known that he's been autistic. He's on the court. He's completely. He explains everything that he needs to. He doesn't take too long to say anything because he's in his zone.
When it came to finding the right school for Tristan, Woodmere Academy was the perfect fit. Not only were its small classes ideal to help Tristan learn, but he got the opportunity to play for local legend Jeff Weiss.
Tristan is a basketball kid. He's a knowledgeable player. He's got high basketball IQ, shoots the ball very well.
Tristan entered Coach Weiss's program and quickly became a top player on the JV squad. By his junior season, his understanding of the game and his strong shooting ability had earned him a starting spot on the varsity team. That brings us to the state quarterfinals. 7 seconds left. Woodmere Academy is down 1.
I just came out of the timeout prepared. I mean, the actual play that was supposed to be run was to give the ball to Trent Parrish, our star player, our MVP.
I just said, Trent, you know, if they come over in W, which my guess is they're going to, you know, knock it out to Tristan on the wing, because I think he'll make it.
I drove the ball down the middle. I got double team. I saw Tristan go say, If it's there, give it to him and he's gonna knock it down.
Making the shot, it's just euphoric. From the time the ball goes in to days and days after the celebration and people are still saying, nice shot, it's all amazing.
The shot was the biggest of many milestones in Tristan's lifelong battle with autism. Not only was it memorable for him and his teammates, but it was inspirational for so many other children and their parents who face a similar challenge.
He can be a very tremendous role model for, for these kids and for their parents. I mean, just, for a parent of an autistic child to see what Tristan has accomplished, I think gives them hope.
Tristan's journey didn't end with that shot. He led New York in three-pointers made as a senior as he helped Woodmere get to the state semifinals. Once told they may have to institutionalize their son, Tristan's parents now swell with pride as they get to see him attend UC Santa Barbara, where he's been invited to walk on for the basketball team.
All I think about is that I'm so happy for him. It's really all I could think, and it makes me cry because I just feel like his life could have been so terrible. And look at, he's happy and, people appreciate him, and I'm just so happy for him that he's not struggling.
In Long Island, New York, I'm Joe McCann.